Joe Bowling and Rick Benesia with me, and we have the Supermen against the Ballhawk Mafia. And Rick, I don't think they can get any more dramatic than what we saw already in a championship game.
You get a championship game that goes to play 7, and the quarterback catches the ball down the field off a tip. It can't get better than that, Joe.
Lunatics win it. This time the Ballhawk Mafia will be on defense, and the Supermen. And Rick, you're very familiar with that team.
Yes, I've actually played with the Superman for the last 6 or 7 years before I finally hung them up for the 4th time. I'm sure I'll bring them back someday soon. Just sitting here is getting that itch, man.
Thanks for joining us again for a broadcast here as we go to our full screen. And it will be the Supermen with the football to start it under the direction of Synovia Ramirez. And he's from Mercedes. And I'll let you talk about the color commentary from there. Gets rid of a pass. It's caught. And moving forward,
that's
penalty flag on the play, though.
We've got a hold on the defense. A lot of times you reach for that flag and you don't grab it, so you grab the.
Gotta start that clock too.
You grab the shorts, and that becomes a holding penalty, and that's 5 yards to the end of the run. Setting up the Superman, on what's right to left. We've got Matt Jones on the outside, Sergio Femar on the slot. Not too sure about the safety or center and blockers, but we'll get there going as we can.
Ramirez out of a set formation, draws back to throw, throws it back to a wing. It's still a live football. He can throw that, and he does across the field. Got a man caught for the Supermen down the right-hand side, backpedaling and gaining yardage. First down for the Supermen.
That's Matt Jones on the catch there. Matt's been playing with the Superman for a good 5-6 years. This is going to be a team that has been playing a long, long time together. They just know each other's ins and outs. Sergio Femar has been playing the same about 25. Senovio, another 25, 26 years as well.
It is a first down. Again, 8-on-8 football. We'll go over the rules for you fans who are just tuning in. I know we got a lot of new fans that are chiming into this, that are trying to get a look at what 8-on-8 football is. And Rick Benesia, that's what your job is tonight, is to keep me in line and to kind of teach the fans.
Right. So we got 4 plays to get a first down. It's 20 yards, actually, that you have.
Shovel pass up the middle, and that is going to be close to first down yardage.
And you talk about crafty, and you talk about smart and generals of the game, and that is Synovio Ramirez for you. The guy will control everything from his quarterback position.
Now, he's from Mercedes.
He's from Mercedes.
Go ahead and tell the story.
He was in the band, played the flute. And he'd come out at halftime. We used to be a travel team with colors, so all the stories would come out. It was just the funniest thing ever, man.
He's directing him right now. He's got a short yardage situation here for another first down. Swings it up. That's a completed pass and a first down, and the Supermen move downfield.
That's Rick Roylas, his wing. You'll see that a lot from Rick, and that's called we call it on the go. Seno will look off to the middle of the field, and he's one of the few quarterbacks out here that calls plays, and he's got everything coded. So you'll hear him call, different colors, different, stuff.
First down inside the 20-yard line. Now they've got 4 plays to score a touchdown, do the Supermen on this opening drive. Looking to throw a quick pass. That's a lateral. Now they'll throw it upfield, and it's a nice catch and a lateral up the middle, and is it in the end zone? It's close.
That's a 3-yard line.
Down at the 3, one more lateral. That was a score.
Yeah, and that's what it's the experience comes in. Everybody follows. Everybody if you've got the ball, you're always looking. Somebody's always coming underneath.
Second down, and it's a goal-to-goal situation, even though it's inside the 20.
Yes, sir.
But now you're down a lot of options right here when you have a little bit of real estate to get in the end zone for the Supermen.
And I would tell you what play he's going to call, but then he'll get mad at me because I'm sure some other opponents are watching.
Ramirez is waiting. This is a championship game.
Yeah.
They can dial it up later. Rolls out, looks to throw, and keeps it himself. And the edge. Touchdown, Supermen.
And I'm sure y'all saw that little ball fake, got the defender up in the air. if you're a young player and you get ball fake like that, jump up in the air, you can rest assured that the older players on the team are going to let you have it, man. You stay on your feet.
It's not getting stopped is pulling a flag. Pulling a flag is on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
You go in the air, you're done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But again, Rick, the difference between 7-on-7 and 8-on-8 is immense.
Yes.
For players and fans that are accustomed to watching 7-on-7.
This is a little bit more strategic. You know, you're going to see these guys. I mean, go ahead.
Extra point coming up for the Supermen, and easy pickings.
Yeah.
7-0 Supermen. Ballhawk Mafia get the football right after this.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Back here as the Ballhawk Mafia will have the football for the first time. Their quarterback will be Lee Arroyo. Arroyo out of PSJA. He was a Raider. That's PSJA North.
Right.
Drops back to throw, looking all the way. Wants a bundle down the right-hand side, up for grabs, tipped, and picked off by the Supermen.
Yep.
Interception. Who got that pick?
Yeah, Rick Ruelas, the wing again. Another one of those guys that is he'll let you think you've got him, and all of a sudden you're done. You know.
So the Supermen with two back-to-back big plays in this game. They go for the throat, score the touchdown, and then on the first play on defense, get a pick.
Mm-hmm. And they'll lull you to sleep. They'll make you think that they got you, and all of a sudden, the ball's going the other way.
Synovio Ramirez back. They just was like a machine moving downfield their first drive. And now they set it up. This is the Platinum Championship. I can't wait to see the elite teams when they get out here because I hear some good stories about what's coming.
Yes, sir.
Low snap, back to throw, short pass, incomplete. Good defense that time by the Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the Ballhawk Mafia right here, you got to dial it in to another level right now.
You need to stop. You need to start jumping on those little outs. You need to make sure you pull flags. That's going to be the biggest issue.
That was Alexis Solis on your screen, and also a product out of PSJA North. They've got North Memorial, McAllen Memorial, that is, a homeschool. Alan Riveron was a homeschool. Here's a swing pass out in the flats. They'll look to throw a short pass off of that. And a short game for the Supermen. A good defense by the Hawks. It's now third down.
Good pull. Good flag pull. If the Ballhawk Mafia can stay disciplined, stay in their lanes, know that the ball is eventually going to come, they're athletic enough to slow down the offense at least.
You don't want to get counterpunching if you get down a couple of scores.
Right.
Here's where the experience of Synovio Ramirez could come into play, knowing the down and distance. It's third down, but you do have some yardage to get a first down. You can keep this drive alive with two good plays in a row. Don't need it all. Pump fake does go for a bundle. That's underthrown, incomplete.
Yeah, that one slipped off his hand there at the very end.
Now will they punt it or go for it?
Oh, he's going. He doesn't have a punter. I was the closest thing we had as a punter. So, and my net average was 3 yards. So,
reminding you again, fans, you do get 4 downs, so you do have an option to punt in this league. There's 3 sections of 20 yards, and it's an 80-yard field.
4 sections. 4
sections and an 80-yard field. And each time you cross one of the 20-yard markers, you do get a new set of downs.
Yes, sir.
Ramirez out of a set formation. They need to get every bit of 17 yards for a first down. Laterals that back. They'll look, direct some traffic. Now over the middle. That's first down yardage, and it's caught. Now they look to lateral for more. To the right sideline, eluding a couple of players, and then the flag is pulled, but first down.
Right. And that's what an experienced team will do to you. You get it to the wing, all of a sudden the quarterback becomes a weapon and your center becomes a weapon, and if your wing has a strong enough arm, the entire field is in play. And that's why you have somebody like Rick Ruelas back there, because he has an arm that can get it anywhere on the field.
And that could take the wind out of the sails of the Ballhawk Mafia, who thought they had a stop in their sights there, pushing it to fourth down. 8-0 score. The Supermen scored, got a 2-point conversion on the first drive of this ball game. We'll run this clock down to zeros, and then they'll have 7 plays, and that's important, my friends, if you're just tuning in for a first time on 8-inning coverage. Pass completed down the sideline.
Yeah, that's Ruelas again. You know, it's on the run. Nobody's coming down to kill that wing, so it's free pickings. You know, anytime Seno wants him, he's going to be there.
Supermen now, a short yardage situation. They get a yard, they get a first down again.
Right.
A lot of plays out of the playbook can open up here.
Man, he's got everything in play.
Ramirez scans the field. Takes his time on the snap, calls out the play. You know what he's going to run, but we won't tell the fans.
My lips are sealed.
He waits, takes a snap, has some time, delivers a ball. That's going to be dropped in traffic.
Yeah, that was a scary pass. The safety was there. He could have jumped on it. It kind of hung up in the air a little bit.
Ballhawk Mafia brought extra pressure that time as well, Rick. Talk about the pressure that they can bring from a defensive perspective.
So, I mean, your rushers are your most important part of your defense because they're the ones that force the quarterback to get everything, you know, to get rid of the ball sooner than he wants to, which is what happened there. If they can get around that block on the initial move, you know, quarterback's gonna be running for his life, and he's got to do something with it, you know. And they're still gonna keep rushing too, so he'll roll out more than likely to the right off of this, depending on where the rusher ends up.
He has a wing on his right-hand side. He'll go left. He takes everyone out of the play, and they pull the flag. Did he get a first down? Maybe not.
No, he's actually lost 2 yards on that one.
So now fourth down.
Fourth and 4.
Another fourth down on this drive for the Supermen.
And if you're looking at the clock, Joe, he's had the ball for about 8 minutes now just on this one drive.
And remember, they had the ball. There's only been one play from scrimmage for the
Ballhawks.
The Ballhawks.
Yes.
On offense in this first half. Mm-hmm. Reminding you fans, there is 7 plays once it gets to zeros on that clock, and those are important plays.
We just saw that in the last game. So
Ramirez on fourth down. Needs a good 4 yards for a first down. Runs left. Here comes pressure, and that's an incomplete pass. We'll go the other way.
Downs, right. He was a little indecisive about what he was going to do there.
Ballhawk Mafia with the football right after this.
Historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Ballhawk Mafia with the football. 8-on-8 flag football coverage. Championship night of the men's league, 8-on-8 league out of McAllen. We'll have a halftime guest. We'll get to talk a little bit about that first game a little bit in depth. Mafia now run the play. Their first play from scrimmage was an interception. We saw how that played out in the first game. That doesn't mean you lose the ball game.
No, there's so much back and forth here. You know, one interception, one bad play is not going to hurt you. You just got to keep pushing.
Ballhawk Mafia. Lee Arroyo is the quarterback. Drops back to throw, pressured. Now he gets rid of the ball, has a man open, and it's reeled in. What a catch, one-handed, and Rogelio, hosts it to the house.
Nice catch.
Hands that in traffic as he got in the secondary, gone.
Well, what happens here is the Supermen are in a 2-5-1 defense. So if the rushers the rushers are supposed to contain outside. Once he breaks inside, that running back or that quarterback rolls out. This outside cornerback is supposed to have deep, but if he doesn't see the guy coming across, then he's done. There's nobody back there to cover, and that's exactly what happened. The rusher broke in, and quarterback went around him and got that touchdown there.
Last week when we were watching this, Isai said, "I'm not sure you'll get 12 highlights in a ball game. That's easy pickings, my friend. We're going to have to pick and choose from the 25 that we got in game one just to get our 12 highlights." Play now for the Ballhawk on the extra point. Flag is pulled. Was it in time? No. Good.
So it's 7. It was 1.
And a 1-point conversion. 8-7, Supermen lead. They'll get the ball after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias, su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Back here as 8-on-8 football coverage continues on a Monday night in McAllen. And the Supermen with the football, still leading in this ball game. Roll a lateral and then incomplete a pass out of that. Now, where do you put the ball down there?
As far as
It's a lateral and incomplete, right?
that's actually an incomplete pass.
Okay.
Yeah. It's as long as the initial pass goes backwards, anything forwards, becomes
Just like traditional
incomplete.
football.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Got it. Just making sure.
Well, hey, we got you, man.
There's laterals and all kinds of stuff. This is Rick
Oh.
Benessia next to me, my friends. I am a rookie at this league. Last week I got to watch all of 1.5 games. So I, too, like you fans watching, are kind of getting engulfed into this. But, again, I think it's a terrific product out here, what these guys are doing.
It really is.
Talk about the age limits of what's going on here.
Well, we don't have one yet.
Pass play, left-hand side for the Supermen, and that's going to be a couple extra
that's a
yards
good
after
pull.
the catch, but that's still third down coming up.
Right.
And this Ballhawk Mafia, their defense is making plays.
They're an athletic young team, and it's going to be interesting to see how they hang in the second half. Once the offense starts knowing their tendencies.
There are some Bears. There are some McAllen Memorial players out here. PSJA North as well for this Ballhawk Mafia. Meanwhile, Synovia Ramirez rifles a pass, overthrows his man, incomplete, and now fourth down coming up for the Supermen. And a well-oiled machine, what we saw the first drive, has now hit some kinks.
Right. He's been off on a couple passes, kind of let the ball hang. This one floated on him. So, you want to see, is it the defense that's causing this, or is it something that, the Supermen can iron out on their own?
Fans, I want to ask you, please, those watching on our Facebook, share, like, follow the page. We're sharing this right now on the 8-on-8 McAllen football, and also want to get to another point I want to make about Real Sports Live after this next snap. Fourth down play. Important play here for Ramirez. Drops back, a couple of ball fakes, gonna run, and he might get a first down. They pull it, and did he get through? He did not get across the line. No. So the Ballhawk Mafia take over.
That was close to, it could have been called a holder, but we won't second guess these referees because he's standing right here in front of me.
Yeah. I could change the camera and show you just how close. Marcus does a nice job of keeping him off camera. We'll get him right there.
That's the
That's
guy
10
right there.
steps from us. Anything I say, we could get flagged here right now. Ballhawk Mafia will have the football. Again, like I was talking about, fans, this is showcasing athletes here in the Rio Grande Valley that are playing, in some cases, overtime, in some cases just getting some extra reps, but nonetheless competitive football here at the 8-on-8 level, and that's what I said when I built this Real Sports Live. I just want to showcase athletes one way or another, and this is a beautiful venue.
And it is, and we get 30 to 40 teams on a – we got a timeout?
Call the timeout with 10 seconds left here in the first half. Now, the reason for that is you get an extra play because there are 7 plays.
Exactly.
And so you can use that. How many timeouts you get per half, Rick?
2. You get 2 timeouts per half, so they can conceivably run a play here, call another timeout, and then, still have the 7 plays after this, the second play, depending on how quickly this one goes through.
Rick, you remember when Rio Sports called you when you guys were over there in Mission, and a big crowd on hand to watch some games.
Absolutely, and we appreciate everything that you do. It's something we haven't had here, and to be able to sit and watch stuff like this is just something. It's unreal, something we never thought of. So we thank you ourselves, because it wouldn't have gone out.
It just lets the fans see athletes competing. There's a lot of stuff going on around here in this Rio Grande Valley. There's more coming. They'll start the clock. Thank you, SIE. He's keeping us in check. He's our technical director now, taking over the computer. That's okay with me. And that should take us to the end of the first half as far as the clock. And now fans that are just tuning in, they get 7 plays from scrimmage, and they being both teams, to wrap this up. Meanwhile, the Ballhawk Mafia will be facing a short yardage situation here. 4 yards, they get a first down on play 1 of 7.
Right. I think he's still got a little bit of time before, so they might get one more play.
Looking for it all, but that's going to be picked off by the Supermen, and they'll take a knee.
We got a touchback. A little bit of miscommunication with the receiver and the quarterback, and Matt Jones became the receiver. He's just wearing the wrong color jersey at that time, you know.
Only guy back there, right there. You
right.
see him on your screen. That was Mr. Jones. And that's
Jones,
a gift wrap pick.
And that ball was Mr. Jones and me, and, you know, he went and got it.
Rick, you got to play with these guys. You said you've played this sport for 20-plus years.
28, 29 years. Been playing, you know, I've retired about 5 times, and I may unretire, you know, in October once it starts getting a little cooler out
And
here.
this reaches a lot farther than just McAllen, Texas.
It's all over the world. Big time, you know, tournaments throughout the country. We played with McAllen colors, like I said. We traveled the country. We were ranked number 3 in the nation at one point, number 1 in the state, perennial state champions. Now we've got the Team Slow that's, you know, that's representing the Valley out there. So we, Supermen, we traveled a little bit. It was just the scatbacks. You know, we had some really good quality teams that traveled. I mean, and we made a name for the Valley down there, you know.
Well, we're not beyond traveling to cover elite teams.
You know, we can get it done, man. It's good.
We'll talk about some 7-on-7 coverage. Here's play number 2.
Number 1.
Check that. Play number 1 of 7, and they will get a completed pass for the Supermen, but good coverage by the Ballhawk Mafia.
That's Sergio from out there. He used to be fast. So he's one of my best friends.
We all used to be fast, Rick.
I just said that so he could hear it later and call me.
Play number 2 of 7 here to close out the first half. Then there will be about a 4 or 5 minute break at halftime, and then they'll strap it right back on. And 18 minutes left for a second half. This championship at the Platinum Bracket. We've got the Elite Championship game scheduled to kick off at 10 o'clock, and I'm not sure if we're on time or not. It's going to be close.
Yes, we're usually good.
Superman incomplete pass. Hey, talk about the venue here to play these games. You guys got 4 fields operating and players from all around.
Yes, they come from all over the Valley. These fields weren't here 5-6 years ago. You know, we were playing we would play in softball parks, you know, wherever somebody had an open field with lights, that's where we'd run the leagues, you know. And the city of McAllen came in and allowed us to start using these fields. And, I mean, it's just been amazing. There's nights where we run 5 or 6 different fields, and it's just, I mean.
And they come from all across the Valley.
Yes, all across the Valley. Teams from Brownsville, Ed Couch, Rio Grande City, you know. It's very competitive out here, you know.
Superman now on another play here. Extended time here in the first half. That's a tip ball, incomplete. Defense was right there for the Ballhawk Mafia.
And he had
4th down now, but play number 4.
4th down, play number 4. They're going. We've got about 17 yards to go on this one.
Stephen Jodreau watching says, I need to unretire too. Put me in, Coach.
Scoreboard Steve, man. Hey, what's going on, Scoreboard? You know, Steve is just as competitive and as all of us are. You know, we're just lucky I didn't bring my cleats out here tonight. Yeah.
Rick Vanessa put the headset on, but he's ready. He's ready. He was already being talked to by the officials. They may have thrown him out if he tried to play, but he was ready. Pass play over the middle. There was some room this time for the Supermen, and then they didn't lateral the ball. They had 2 laterals. They had a man wide open right side.
Yeah, you got to
get him on your screen there.
You got and you'll see Sentinel chastising a couple players when they don't look back. I mean, that's the nature of this game. You know, you can't do it all on your own unless you're way behind the defense. If you got defense in front of you, look for a pitch. You know, and that's how you're going to win.
Ballhawk Mafia now will get the football, and on play 5, they got 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah,
so 3 plays
right.
And roughly 30 yards for the end zone, trailing by 1. Mafia will get the ball to start the second half as well. So we showed in the last game that this is competitive to the last play at times. As a completed pass for the Ballhawk Mafia. This time they go to Dion Hernandez.
That was another number 4 was running right under for that. Roger was running right under for that pick. If he just lets go of the ball, Roger's sailing into the end zone. You know, it's like I said, this will get a lot more technical, and the next level will be just as technical.
Play 6 of 7 for the Ballhawk Mafia. That's a nice little jump pass. They'll run it right side. Good pull that time, and now we get to play 7.
Play 7, got to hold. you'll see he should drop maybe 3 guys to the goal line and just try to keep everything in front of you.
Supermen have a couple of picks already here in the first half. You're just joining us. This is 8-on-8 flag football coverage, championship night of the men's league in McAllen. Timeout?
Yes, sir. Timeout for the Ballhawk Mafia. Going to try to figure out what to run here. If you see the corners come up a little bit, he's going to try. He should try to run a post and then bring somebody out to the corner. Looking at number 25. If number 25 stays in, yeah, he'll be running the post.
So they'll try to go. They got to
post
get that
corner.
safety to commit if they can. One side or the other, and then go for the other side if you can figure that out.
Right. So you're running a stack here on offense. So the 2 defenders are going to have to choose who to run with.
That's a near side on the camera there as Rudy Zamaripa Jr. has the call on this one. DeMarcus will go in for the hero shot if we get a hero out of this. One way or another, we should.
Right.
Ballhawk Mafia, we're looking to get to the end zone. They've got about 24 yards or less to get it in the end zone on the final play here of the first half. Quarterback is Lee Arroyo. Drops back, here comes pressure, and he delivers a drop pass in the middle, and then a good pull ends the half.
So Superman needed the pressure. They brought 3 guys. You don't see it often, but they did bring the 3 rushers in and got that sack before he could get rid of the ball.
That'll take us to halftime break, about 4 to 5 minutes. So says Rick Venezia. We'll take a break and come back with the second half. 8-on-8 football coverage continues from McAllen on Rio Sports Live.
Hi, we're the Rowan City Rattlers. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
All right. We good? So we're sitting here with Seno Ramirez, captain and quarterback of the Supermen. I'm wearing a Superman shirt. Always showing always showing the connection. Superman por vida. Seno, what did you see in that first half? That we watched you move the ball down that first series, and almost effortlessly, and things kind of stalled on us a little bit there at the end. What do you see that you can adjust? Trying to see what the defense is giving you.
Yeah, I think I held on to the ball a little too long. This rush is way too quick for me to get a three count.
Right.
I need to get the ball out of my hands a lot quicker, let my guys do the work.
Exactly.
And I think I'm holding on to the ball a little too long. In the first drive, I let go of it right away, and we worked it pretty easily. I held on to it way too long the last few drives.
We noticed Rick Ruelas still doing Rick Ruelas things. He's been the one that's kept your offense moving a little bit. Defense still on point.
On defense, if we contain the rush, if we contain the cornerback, they don't score anything.
That's the one that
we lost containment on 2 big plays.
I told Joe about it. I saw the running back break in and kind of rolled out, and that's it's stuff that you see and that we've seen for years. And I kind of looked at you right after he broke inside. I was like, oh, he's gonna kill this guy.
Yeah, for sure. If we can contain the quarterback, it's a lot easier to play defense than losing containment.
All right, brother. Well, good luck. Hope y'all keep going, man, and
I need to adjust. Football's a game of adjustments. I need to adjust.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, brother.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here at halftime as we are getting set, and got a Hall of Famer here. I'm going to ask a ton of questions here to Rick as he comes over here. As I'll let you talk, and then we're going to bring him in on the broadcast, okay? But Rick, first of all, tell me who's behind me, because of all of them, when you talk Hall of Fame, anything,
right?
Great place.
Right behind us is Dr. Donnie Talamantes, captain, founder of Team Scatbacks, played with us on Team McAllen colors for a long time. You talk about the consummate professional, consummate flag football star, Hall of Famer, you know. I think that description right there says it all about the guy.
Ballhawk Mafia with the first possession of the second half. And when you talk about Hall of Fame in anything, it talks about the longevity of a sport. You talked about just how big this 8-on-8 football is and how long it's been around.
Yeah, we've got two. We've got Donnie down here, and we've got Tuffy Martinez, also Hall of Famers, you know, in the state of Texas. So
is that a national or a state level?
State
level. Okay.
Yes.
Still, yeah.
And you know. We are Texas, so you might as well call it national.
Exactly. I was going to say, you put Hall of Fame and football in Texas in the same sentence. That's all you need to say. I don't care what level.
Right.
That's saying something.
Yeah. You know. So and I've had the pleasure of playing on Donnie's teams for about maybe 20 years. You know, traveled to a couple different states with them. It's always a good time.
Lee Arroyo, the quarterback, and how important is this first possession for the Ballhawk Mafia as they go deep, and a man was there, but it's incomplete.
They have to score here. You cannot give the ball to the Superman coming in, because, you know, I don't know, most of you that were watching at halftime, you know, Seno is as determined as anybody to exploit what you give him, and Ballhawks need a touchdown here.
They trail by just one, but it feels like a bigger uphill battle to try to get ahead of this Superman team. That's how good they are. Arroyo looks to throw. Here comes pressure, gets rid of this one. He's got two men back there, and it's tipped away. What a play defensively for the Supermen.
Matt Jones, it was on fourth down, as a matter of fact. Now, if you go back and look at the replay on that, Matt was beat. But that's, you know, what big play players do. You know, they
recovered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Closed on a ball. You talk about closing speed.
Yeah, you know, it's Deion Sanders. I was never burned. I was just lazy. He said one time.
Still a little energy left in those legs over there.
Yeah.
And so now the Supermen bring the offense back on the field. We'll see if Synovio Ramirez and company do make the adjustments he was talking about that he thought they needed.
He's running double stacks, double wings, and he's going to exploit this defense. So now as a defender, you have to figure out, how am I going to cover these two receivers here on both sides, and now you've got a wing on each side. It's almost better that you go man-to-man defense on here. They're not, so there's going to be a lot of open space, you know, for these guys to hit.
And that means it's wide open up the middle. If you want to bring some pressure and they're fast enough, you can disrupt this play. But otherwise, there's guys in position, short, long routes available.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll look to throw.
And
now here's the options. You can lateral this too. Nice ball fake. There's a lateral down the sideline, and it may be 6. Touchdown Supermen.
So we talked about making adjustments at halftime, and that's what these guys do. You know, that's what the more experienced teams do. That's what teams like, you know, this gentleman back here, Donnie Talamantes, that, you know, you see what the defense is going to give you, and then second half you just take it.
Well, your defense gets all caught up in how to cover those receivers.
Right.
And then you got a wing on either side of the field, and that just sets up that lateral. And
yeah, so you know, it's like we said earlier, it's a little different than what you see on 7-on-7. It's
a ton different.
Right.
SIE was telling me about that. He's like, these laterals come into play so much,
right.
and you can get real creative on how you lateral a football, too.
Man.
Full moon out there behind. Nice camera right there. A good shot. They'll look for the extra point now for the Supermen.
Good catch.
And they will
Good
catch it in the end zone.
That's Izzy right there.
And the Supermen now are up by 8. One-score game. Ballhawk Mafia get the football.
It's still a one-score game. It's still a one-score game, but they need to figure out this defense. You know, what I've seen, you know, he's been throwing the ball, and there's 3 to 4 people in the spot. You know, you're actually doing the job for the defense there. You're running 3 guys into the same spot. There's one defender. He can defend them all. You have to do what the Supermen did, just kind of open it up, make the defense decide what they're going to do.
Talk to me a little bit about it, Rick, when you make the jump from the league level and you start talking about getting to the state level and national level. Qualifying tournaments, how does that work?
For the most part, you sign up for just any kind of tournaments, you know, but once you get there, then they classify you, say, A bracket or B bracket, you know. McAllen colors, we were always, you know, Donnie with the Scatbacks, Team Slow, we're always classified Class A, and you would go up against, you know, former college, Division I college players. You know, first guy I ever guarded was 6'5" and ran a 4.3 40, and I was like, man, I could cover this guy for the first four or 5 yards. You know, that's
no contact either, so they can fly.
Yeah, exactly.
Ballhawk Mafia with a completed pass there.
But you know, it's you. People start recognizing you, and you know, there's tournaments, I think every third week, you know, out there in Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, all kinds of big-time teams that you go up and play against.
And that's just in Texas.
That's just in Texas.
Then you start moving.
Then you know, the national tournament in Florida is in February, right after Super Bowl weekend, and that one's about 150 teams that go out there and play.
Wow. Ballhawk Mafia trying to make something out of this. Quarterback keeper. They'll pull the flag. Lee Arroyo and company. Now we got a flag on the play.
So it was an illegal contact on the rusher. Made contact with the blocker.
All right, Bobby Gaitan might be setting you up here.
Oh.
But he's saying, tell him the infamous line. We'll keep it rated on the PG level if that's possible, but go ahead.
The infamous.
Tell them the infamous line, Rick Venencia.
Shoot, I don't even know. There was so many. And a lot of them we can't say on this broadcast.
We won't do that. Ballhawk Mafia looking to throw over the middle. That's completed, and they'll pull the flag, and 4th down coming up as they found Allen Riveron, but
yeah.
They pulled that flag quick.
You know, that's what you run against. You know, and these leagues you're not going to see too many missed flags. That's, you know, what a lot of these teams pride themselves on is, you know, you can cast the ball, but you're not going to get biased on a flag pull. So
coming up on the championship game of the elite bracket, and I think we've already got the teams that's playing in the elite bracket set, so we'll try to get those names for you. This is the platinum bracket. Mafia trailing by 8 with the football. Ball still alive, batted down. Oh, quarterback is able to get it. Now we got a penalty on the play. Ball up for grabs. That's caught. Is this coming back? I don't think there's a count. All right, we got 2 flags on the play.
So he's going to call offsetting penalties.
Roughing the passer and then an illegal forward pass because they'll say a batted ball back at the quarterback is a reception.
It's a forward pass, yes, sir. It becomes a reception. So we've got replay 4th down, offsetting penalties. Yes, sir.
Got it. We followed you, sir. I'm going to mic you up next time.
I'm just kind of surprised you got him right, man.
Long-time official right there making the call.
Mr. Sergio.
And here we go on 4th down. They need 5 to the Ballhawk Mafia. Still 10-18 and counting here in the second half. Mafia run the ball, and Arroyo is going to try to get there. Here he comes to the corner. He'll make it.
Down.
First down for the Mafia.
First down. You see, and you'll see the interaction between the two defenders. Usually when the guy is pointing doing this, he's the one that did wrong. Like whenever I did wrong, I just pretended I pulled a hamstring.
First down, now a new set of downs and about 18 yards to go for a first down. They can go 20 and get a first. They'll deliver this ball up for grabs. Tip drill incomplete, and there he is again.
Right, Matt Jones. You can't let those balls hang up in the air. And he's been going a little too deep. Quarterback for Ballhawk.
I'd go the other side.
Yes,
I'd be throwing away from Jones. He's in every play that's
right.
Whether it's pulling a flag or, in that case, being right there.
Just a ball hawk, basically, against the Ballhawks.
Against the Ballhawks, Ballhawk Mafia. May want to go right side just to see what happens. Mm-hmm. They'll look now up the middle. That's a completed pass. That'll gain yardage. About a 13-yard gain.
Let's Sergio come out with a missed flag again.
Third down and 7. Rick can call those in a heartbeat.
Right.
You said you were going to make the defensive calls. Good, bad, or ugly, you'll make the call.
Yeah, it's we've been doing this for a long time. You see everything. Can't make the plays anymore, but now I can see it all.
Ballhawk Mafia now on a rollout, looking this for a deep ball downfield, right side, caught, and is that in?
No, he's short. He's
short,
at the
but a big
6 yard
catch.
line. Yeah, that was a defensive breakdown there. That's what happens when your rush misses the flagpoles. You let that running back or that quarterback roll out, and you're asking too much of your defensive backs to stay back there.
And I'm not picking on anybody, but I'd go to the right side too. I'd give it a shot just to see what happens. Now a new set of downs. It's first down and
about 5.
5 yards for a touchdown. A lot of opportunity here for the Ballhawk Mafia. Right in traffic, that's caught, and he is in for the touchdown. And how about that concentration on the catch, receiving that, Alan Reveron.
That's it's your blocker center coming out. Ballhawks going for 2 to try to tie this game.
Down by 2, why not? 7:41 to go. Bobby Gaitan said if we only had pads on. Then you wouldn't see guys playing out here in their 50s and 60s or beyond.
Yeah. Oh. No, it's been a good trip for all of us that have played this long. And
I think that's the beauty of this sport is it's competitive. There's rushing, there's defense, there's strategy, and and you can continue to, as I said earlier in that first broadcast, play some overtime in sports. Here's a pass play, and that's tipped incomplete, and so the Supermen maintain the lead.
They keep a 2-point lead. So what's going to happen now is if the Supermen come in and score, and Bob, I do remember the infamous line now. We've actually got a little break. So there was a guy that was new to flag football, and it was on a San Antonio message board. And he asked who the heck McAllen Colors was. And another guy that was running leagues over there responded and says, you really don't want to know? And he says, I want to know who they are. I want to play them. He's like, well, McAllen Colors is a bunch of non-athletic looking Mexicans that'll handle your butt on a platter.
That's the line.
That's the line.
Got it. First down play for the Supermen. They're up by 2. It's been a while since Synovia Ramirez and company have been on the field. Pass incomplete over the middle. Now here I got another note here. Fernando Labra says UTRGV Ravens won the 2018 NIRSA Collegiate National Championship. All of those players played on teams in this league. Nationals will be in Round Rock this year, January 3rd through the 5th. That's my birthday.
Awesome.
Hope they can repeat.
That's awesome, and we did have national champs about maybe 10 years ago as well with UTPA at that time. But we do have, talent down here that can keep up and that can actually, win and dominate at upstate and, other parts of this nation.
NIRSA Collegiate.
National something,
It's a competitive nature, and it's on my birthday. I wonder if I can talk my wife into taking a trip to Round Rock. I like this league.
There
it's
he goes.
Good stuff. Running play right inside. Maybe go to the house.
He's gone.
And he is going to be gone. That's 70 yards plus.
Yeah. So now we go back to missing that 2-point conversion. If the Supermen can go for 1 and get this, it becomes a 2-play a two-play game with 5 minutes left.
Game with 5 minutes left.
Two-score game with 5 minutes left. And I don't know if you know, but that was Senovio, Ramirez running the ball and making that pitch. It's just knowing the game now. You've been playing for so long, it almost becomes second nature. But it's the National Intercollegiate Recreational Sports Association.
Cool.
And if that's not it, I just made it up, and that sounds about right.
Close enough. National Intramural and Recreational Sports Association. You got it right on the money.
Another long-time flag football player, Mr. Ronnie Cavazos.
Extra point, and this is a big play.
Oh,
It's knocked away, and so the Ballhawk Mafia stay within one strike of a score, 2-point conversion. They'll get the ball right after this.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Back here in the Ballhawk Mafia have the football. They're down by 8, 3:55 left on the clock, and then we have 7 plays to close out this game. Short pass that hits the ground.
Hit the ground. Incomplete pass, second down. Ballhawks needs to get rid of that ball quick. He needs to start having his receivers actually run routes. He's kind of lost out there.
So second down, now we got a timeout call by the Supermen. They want to talk it over. They know they got a lead.
Yeah. And
they also know how important this drive is.
And now you strategize. And now you let your rushers know that nothing can get by them. They have to stay disciplined. They have to stay in their lanes. If that quarterback rolls out, you're just asking for trouble. And that's basically what he's telling them in the huddle right now. It really is all coming down to the rushers.
Meanwhile, the Mafia are saying,
get open.
It's not panic time by any stretch.
No, it's not panic time at all. You've still got players that can make plays that can get you that score, but they have to get themselves open.
Ballhawk Mafia with the football. Start that clock back up. There's a nice pitch up the middle with room after the catch and an extra yardage and nearly a first down. Flag finally pulled, but
they gained 20-some yards, 24 yards or 18 yards or whatever it is on a run. That's
that was just a shovel.
Yeah, little quick shovel pass, and so what happens is you make the linebacker think twice about what you're doing with all that motion in the backfield.
Supermen are creeping up at the line. Not much room in the secondary.
No, he's showing 3, but he'll
Here
drop.
comes a rush. There's a block. They'll shovel it underneath. A nice
Good
move
stop.
made there and up the middle. Did he get a first down? No, sir.
Fourth down.
4th and 1 coming up. 2:47 in the game. Wow.
So you're gonna look for the same thing. He's gonna release his block. Try maybe hit the center right across the line.
Got to get 2 yards to keep this drive alive. They'll look to throw over the middle. That's caught. That's enough for a first down and some more. Now the lateral is batted away, and as soon as the ball hits the ground, it's done.
Once the ball hits the ground, it's done. The only time that it's not is if it's on a snap to the quarterback, but he's got to pick it up before the second bounce.
Fernando Labra giving some more information on this, that the NIRSA Nationals offers open division. The past 3 to 4 years, Open Champ has been fighting cancer. Team won that $1 million tournament. Maybe some of the Valley teams can go up and see that.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool stuff. Ballhawk Mafia on a deep ball looking for a bundle in the end zone.
Oh, he dropped
Incomplete.
That could have been the nail in the coffin. and you don't see Rick Ruelas do that too often.
He's like, I had that.
So
I had that in my grasp.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often. He'll be thinking about that for another 3 minutes because he's got a bad short-term memory. So
Hinojosa looking back at him like, man, you had that more than I did.
Yep.
New life for the Ballhawk Mafia. Clock running with 1:20 left here in this second half on the regular clock. Fans just joining us. They'll get 7 plays, both teams at the conclusion of the 18-minute running clock. Ball up for grabs again, and it's batted away. Incomplete pass.
That's he's still making plays out there. It's you can't let the ball hang against these defenders, and you've already seen Ballhawks are trying to go for everything, and he's almost lost it twice. So you still have time. Go short. Get your first downs. Don't have too much yardage left for that touchdown.
It's now 3rd down for the Ballhawk Mafia. Lee Arroyo. You call it 3rd and 12 at most. Probably 3rd and 10 for Arroyo. Drops back, has a ton of time. Pressured now as he rolls right-hand side, being chased, directing traffic, delivers a short ball. Caught. Flag pulled short of the first down yardage. Nice job. Quarterback kept that one alive.
Yep. Yeah, it's, that's quarterback against quarterback. That was Sano chasing him. You got to stay in discipline. You got to stay with the person that's with you. It's a great, run by the quarterback and find his open receiver.
That's Lee Arroyo. He initially had time, but there was good coverage downfield. That secondary. Now we've got
7 plays.
7 plays has arrived.
Right.
We saw the game before this go down to the play 7 to decide the final.
I mean, it's like a soap opera for men out here. It's always dramatic.
Ballhawk Mafia with the football. Lee Arroyo. It is 4th down, though. They need to get a first down here. So even though there's 7 plays left, they got to gain 3 yards. Looking, here comes pressure, gets rid of the ball. That's caught pass. First down, and down the sideline for the Ballhawk Mafia near the 1-yard line. Touchdown. Wow, yards after the catch time for the Ballhawk Mafia.
And that's what will get you in flag football, the yards after the catch. If you miss one flag, you've got room to run, room to roll. I mean, it comes down to that defender.
And now the ever-important 2-point conversion.
They need this to tie this game.
The good news about the 2-point conversion is that you get the entire 10 yards of the end zone.
Right.
But then you get an additional 10 yards. It's not those short routes. You can move.
Yeah,
the
you're
ball.
not so cramped as to what you do on defense. On offense, and like you said, it gives the defense a lot more space to cover. And it's if you call the right play, you can get. I almost prefer going for the 2-point conversion because it's easier, on the offense. It opens up the playbook a little bit more.
That was play 1 of 7, and so this does not count as a play. The extra point.
No.
And so there's still 6 plays left. There's a timeout called.
Yes, sir.
And we'll take a quick break. That's Rick Valencia. I'm Joe Bowling. This is Real Sports Live.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Back here after a quick timeout, Ballhawk Mafia on this 8-on-8 championship night. Down 2 in extra play time here at the conclusion of this ball game.
So it looks like they're running a stack to the right of the formation.
The entire field is shifted right-hand side. Open field to the left for Lee Arroyo. Need a 2-point conversion here. That's about a 10-yard pass completion. They'll shovel it inside. Now shovel it to the outside. And the flag will be missed. One more lateral and a penalty flag. Is that a hold? He got it in, but then the penalty was thrown right as he stepped through.
He got the flag pulled at the 2-yard line, so we're going to have a replay at the 1.
Because it's a defensive hold?
Yeah, it was a defensive hold. Yes, sir.
Supermen are lobbying their cause, but again, in a league that there's no contact, reaching for a flag and reaching for a player, it constitutes a hold.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of times you'll grab that belt and just impedes his progress.
So it's still a conversion. It's still a 2-point conversion now.
It's still considered a 2-point conversion, but now we've got the referees conferencing because the runner did throw the ball right at a Superman defender after he was pushed out of bounds.
Oh, so maybe a personal foul.
It might be
an
unsportsmanlike conduct if they call it, if they saw it.
Supermen they were lobbying a cause quick, and there's a call on the offense. Or is it?
Yeah, it's the runners is kind of saying that he didn't mean to throw it, but just because you didn't mean to throw it doesn't mean you're not gonna. Yeah,
it will be against the offense.
Yeah.
So we still haven't decided anything yet. We still get a 2-point conversion. There's still 6 plays left.
Conversion, and now it's 18 yards that you gotta cover. I mean, a lot of times, you get excited and you want to do something, but, you're
Had he
hurting your
not
team.
thrown that,
That's it.
they had a
You're at the
2-point
1 yard
conversion
line.
for the 1 yard line.
And so you've just added 15 yards to. This is a
2-point
championship
conversion.
game.
Yes, sir. So now the Supermen peel back into
almost a prevent
deep coverage.
Yeah, you run your first corner at about 5 yards. Everybody else is about 8. And it may be 10 if you. You just don't let anything behind you.
And during the drive, they were bunched right up there with the receivers,
right.
but now they're back. And so we'll take a look. Wide right, take a look at Vicente Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a target on the right-hand side. He's isolated man-to-man.
Looking out.
Looks his direction. Now he's chased. Quarterback Arroyo going to keep it. Laterals at right-hand side. One more lateral is there. They go to the end zone. Good,
he made
two-point
it.
conversion.
Tie ball game.
How about that on a 2-point conversion for the Ballhawk Mafia?
I'll tell you what, man.
It could have been easier.
Things.
They had
Yes,
one more lateral.
right.
That was an easy walk-in.
Let's just make it harder on ourselves. And it's missing flags, and just tenacious running and being aware of your situation on the Ballhawk Mafia's part. There was 2 laterals there that if somebody has their eyes closed, you miss and you don't get the 2-point conversion.
Nothing decided here in this one. 6 plays remain from the line of scrimmage as the Supermen take over, and this is where Synovia Ramirez does not have to get greedy.
No, he's got plenty of time.
They go back to the same formation they've been running here in the second half. It's been effective. Ramirez calls out a play, sets him down, now takes a snap. Short pass, that's completed, and a flag is missed.
And
now with room, here he goes down the middle, fakes the pitch as finally flag is pulled.
Yeah,
outside the 20.
Yeah, you picked up 38 yards on one play.
Sets up a first down now and about a yard to go for another set of downs.
There's some jawing going on for some contact that went on in the middle of the field there, but, it looked incidental.
That's play 2.
Right, play 2. Now we're on play 3. We've got 5 plays left. They've got 21 yards to go, so, now he can be patient. Defense is going to have to jump something here.
Supermen with the ball. Synovia Ramirez waits for the snap. Quick rush, gets rid of the ball. It's caught on the right flats. That went for a score last time. This time the Ballhawk Mafia stop it, but that should be enough for a first down.
And we got a flag here with a running out of control is what we mentioned earlier in the first game. The offensive player is just as responsible for the defensive player to stay away from contact.
I got you.
And so
that's not a first down.
No.
And it becomes second down, or still replay of first down.
Yeah, it's second down.
Well, he's saying second down, right?
Second down.
But was that a play? This is still play.
Yeah, we got play 4.
This is play 4.
Yeah,
okay.
so we got 4 plays.
Play number 4 of 7 to close out this ball game, at least regulation week. Somebody's got to score. Supermen out of the spread formation. Now they've went back to a traditional set on the wide receivers. Still have 2 wings in the game, 1 left and 1 right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of options for Ramirez. He's utilized every receiver on this field. You got to watch them all. Looking for it all up the middle, man there, and it's picked off by the Ballhawks. Ballhawk Mafia with a big-time pick in the end zone.
Beautiful play, number 25,
Vicente Rodriguez.
Just read it perfectly, made a great play there at the end.
And that's play number 4. So now if you're the Ballhawk Mafia, do you dare? You got 60 yards. You got to go downfield for score.
Well, Joe, they haven't completed anything long the entire game. I say you go try to get a big chunk in the first play, and if you don't, then you just kind of
play for overtime. And we'll talk about overtime to the fans that are watching this game. If you're watching, share, follow, like our page. If you get a chance, please do.
That's
Ballhawk Mafia. Game goes into overtime. The ref will come explain the rules. Well, Rick has explained the rules a couple of times.
Yeah,
we'll get the referee to come over and we'll hear from him. Put him on the spot. Lee Arroyo and company has done a nice job of coming from behind in this ball game, having a chance here. Pass over the middle. Flag is pulled.
So that's a pretty good chunk there. You picked up about 15 yards, another 15 yards, and you put yourself in good shot to
at least
throw
throw
it into
one in
the end zone.
Yeah. That's play 5. Here comes play 6. Closing out the regulation play of this game for the Ballhawk Mafia. Now we got a penalty.
False start.
False start on the Ballhawk Mafia. So you gained 10, lost 5.
Yeah.
And now you need 20 on this play to have that shot at the end zone.
Yeah. 2 plays left. He's got to get a big chunk here.
Arroyo with all the time in the world once he takes a snap. If the pressure doesn't get him, he throws it up for grabs, and
almost
it's incomplete. A lot of contact and a penalty flag throw.
Got some pass interference there.
And that will be a big-time call.
Yeah.
And now that's still play 6, so will they replay play 6?
That should be a replay of the down.
It's outside the 20-yard line. Supermen pleading their case.
It's a spot of the foul?
That should be a spot foul, right?
It should be 15 yards. I'm not sure what he's doing.
They're going to talk about it, the 2 officials right now. And because of the fact they get now 2 plays,
right?
Play 6
and
7, they're going to mark it from that spot.
Wow.
So this ball will be down at the 20-yard line. You got realistically 2 plays to get 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go in zone twice,
right?
Or you can set it up the middle.
You know, you've been getting them on that little short dump there. You take one play for that short dump.
Game before this came down to play 7. We're at play 6 here. Nothing decided yet. We're all tied at 21. Motion man this time. Fake the handoff up the middle. Now they'll try to pitch it, but the sack is the defense makes a play.
Right. We got the sack. Good pull on the rusher's part.
Is he playing? He's saying play 7 right now.
This is play 7 right here.
So if this does not score a touchdown, now if they pick it, can they return it for score? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you got to have that into play too on these balls. That's going to be up for grabs. I've seen that happen before too.
My God, yes, it's happened to us.
Tip drill in the end zone, and you forget that the guy can run it back.
Yeah.
Ballhawk Mafia, the ball setting about 23 yards off of the end zone. Arroyo certainly has shown the ability to find that kind of range. Has a wing set up on the right side, Rob Liscano.
But he's dropping a little too far back.
Looks in his direction.
Good pull.
They pull the flag. We're going to overtime.
Going into overtime.
We'll take a quick break, and we come back. We'll explain the overtime rules here on Real Sports Live.
It's from the 40, ¿verdad?
Your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Back here as the team captains are meeting over there, and the Supermen are still jawing about that call.
Yeah,
it didn't matter. We're still at overtime.
Exactly.
But let's talk about the overtime and how it plays out as the 2 captains are talking right now.
We're flipping for ball and what side you want to defend. So basically, your overtime period is 4 plays from the 40 yards. Each team gets 4 plays. Whoever has the most points or the most yards at the end of the 4 plays wins the game. You know, I've seen situations where one team scores a touchdown, then gets 3-4 yards, and maybe 10 yards in the next 3 plays, and the next team gets 12 yards to finish the game, and it's just all kinds of stuff that can go on in overtime. Yeah.
So if they score, they get to go again. 1, 2, 3. They can score up to 4 touchdowns.
Right.
In overtime.
Huh?
And no extra points.
Right.
So it's just.
Well, it's all yardage, right? It's points on yardage. Okay.
Rick's getting the official to come over here and actually give him the
I'm
the
teaching
lowdown on
teaching
that.
them the rules here a little bit.
So the Supermen will have the ball to start this overtime period. 40 yards away. First play, they hadn't blown a whistle yet.
Anxious,
So
a little
they can't
anxious.
snap. So we had a game decided on the last play, and now an overtime game here. What will that final game be like? Pass play over the middle, incomplete.
Missed him by about a yard. That was Matt Jones again. Just got a little trigger happy
And
on
he
that
caught that. That was 6.
That's just, yeah.
Play 2 coming up for the Supermen. At the very least, you want to gain yards on this.
Right.
I mean, you want to score, but you got to gain some yards here.
You have to give your defense something to play for.
Second play coming up for the Supermen. Zenovio Ramirez, they've been held in check here in the second half.
Sir. They sure have. This Ballhawk defense has played.
Here comes pressure. Quick pass left side. That's going to be caught. Flag is pulled after a gain of about 7. And play 3 coming up for the Supermen.
That was a really good pull because he's got room to run if number 4 there misses.
And speed to burn.
Yeah, exactly.
Hinojosa that time on the flag pull. Supermen with the football. Reminding you, we have the Elite Championship game coming up. That was scheduled to go at 10 o'clock. We're going to be a bit behind on that one. They'll look another pass left side, and it's incomplete.
So we
one play left
with 7 yards.
Now,
you at this point, you have to believe in your defense, and you got to go. You got to go middle of the field, try to get 15, 20 yards, and hope that your guy gets free.
Don't necessarily just go straight end zone here then.
No, you don't. He'll probably call a timeout to call a play here.
Supermen talking it over. They'll have to call a timeout.
Yeah.
And they do. We'll be right back as the Supermen have the ball in overtime.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Play number 4 now for the Supermen. We have got the championship game playing out here. Final play here for the Supermen on offense. They'll go for a deep ball right-hand side. Nobody there. Miscommunication on that play.
Yeah.
And so the Ballhawks will need 6 yards to win this ball game, correct?
They'll need 7 yards. They'll need 7 yards. The
7
Supermen
yards.
got 6 on those 4 plays. And that's a downfall, going for that deep play, missing on the first play of the overtime. And you go from possibly having 6 points to only getting 6 yards.
So the Ballhawks will have the ball. They'll go the same
direction. They go the same way, yes, sir.
They don't need to even think end zone here.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean,
4 short 2-yard gains, and you won the ball game.
Do what's worked for you. Hit your blockers, your center on the release.
The Arroyo, they play a tight set defense, trying to put some containment here. Ballhawks get the ball downfield. Man's there, tipped away,
Almost
incomplete. Now, if you pick that, what happens then?
Then Supermen win. An
That's
interception ends the drive, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. An interception ends the drive, so,
Now the officials are going to have a conference as we get ready for play 2. What would this be talking about?
Contact, looking, making sure that they're watching everything. It can get a little testy when you're, especially in a game like this. It's already been a little testy, so.
Ballhawk Mafia. Again, they need 6 yards to win this ball game. Superman defense trying to get a miracle kind of play here.
Mm-hmm.
Second play of 4 for the Ballhawk Mafia. Rolling out. Here comes a lot of pressure. That's over the middle. It's caught. Flag is not pulled, and the Ballhawk Mafia will win it.
Well, they still have to run play 4.
Okay.
But he's got 19 yards, so this is just a quarterback kneel. Get 4 yards behind the.
Superman trying to say they had a flag pull, but nothing doing.
No.
And so the Ballhawk Mafia, it appears, will be.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, you don't want to take a knee if you're the quarterback. You just get that snap and just run up, right behind your center until they pull your flag.
He's got lots of guys bunched around him on this play.
Just don't drop back. You don't want to lose yards. Get that snap and move up.
Takes a knee, but plenty of yards.
He's still got to run play 4, Joe.
Okay.
So he's still. I mean, unless something bad happens here.
You better watch how far you drop back.
Yeah. Don't.
You needed 6. Right now they've got about 14.
Yeah.
So you take a knee too deep here.
Mm-hmm.
They drop back. That quarterback is dangerously close to 6 yards.
Yeah, he's got to run it.
He's going to run.
Yeah.
Forward, and the Ballhawk Mafia will win the ball game in overtime. Final
Another
score,
great
21
game.
apiece. Ballhawk Mafia get the win.
Yep. Well, we
get a point.
We get a 1 point for more yards. So I mean, another great game. What more can you ask for from a situation like this? One game goes to play 7, the other one goes into overtime. I mean,
Championship game is in the books at the platinum level. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Marcus Clark on the camera. Also, Rudy Zamaripa Jr. I'm Joe Bowling. Rick Valencia. We'll be back with the championship at the elite level. Scheduled to go at 10 o'clock. I'm guessing around 10:40. Till then, so long for just a while.